All right, everyone, how about 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me? I got time to bang one of these out today, so let's bang one out, shall we? This pre-shuffle here proves I'm doing a little sneak peek. I do these sometimes on Fridays after the Friday reading. If the Friday reading is interesting, like today's is, and I said we should have an interesting weekly reading, which I'm going to pull tomorrow on Saturday, 1 card for each sign, and then I clarify, you know. This is a sneak peek at the week of the 22nd through the 28th. I asked the universe to kind of add it up for me and give us a little preview of what we can expect in tomorrow's weekly reading for that same week. That said, this pre-shuffle is why I love tarot. It really is. It just sort of picks up where the Friday reading left off. We're going to do 3 cards and a bottom card. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying, so it's not always quick, but quick isn't always better, right? That said, it's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it is when you're meant to find it. That said, let's take a sneak peek at the week of May 22nd through the 28th. A week where I'm going to be pretty busy pulling readings. I have to tell you, there's a lot going on. And so what's going on with your person? Here's a pre-shuffle. I shuffle before I hit the record button, just so me and the fickle old gal universe have a little chat. I'll show it to you. Well, this top card here is the Ace of Swords. This is Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. Let's just say, I will paraphrase the pre-shuffle. I will take this card and I will just put it right here. Remember that truth. Because what's basically happening here, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, High Priestess, 2 of Swords, that's ignoring the intuition in case y'all are wondering, 4 of Swords, all right, and the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is bookending the Ace of Swords. Somebody here, based on all this shit in the middle, somebody here who's been doing nothing is about to get spanked for it, okay? The universe spanked, and they're going to get spanked by Archangel Michael, all right? They are. A lot of people get angels and devils confused. A lot of people think that the devils are like the devil versus the angel. The devil is going to be mean and nasty, the one at the bar with the whiskey, right? And drinking and getting drunk and punching you out and all that stuff. No, not really. Devil energy, toxic energy like that, or we'll just say the devil, needs to win you over. They need to, I don't know, get your trust quickly. They're usually very handsome, very nice, very charming, very complimentary, stroking your ego, that kind of thing. In actuality, if Archangel Michael were a real person and not just a frequency of energy, if Archangel Michael were a real person and you walked into a bar and Archangel Michael was there, Archangel Michael would be someone who you might be afraid of, someone who might be the really mean drunk at the end of the bar who's had a few too many shots and who's likely to just punch you in the mouth when you say something stupid. Angels trigger, and to trigger people you got to push them a little bit. I trigger people all day long. I've been doing it my whole life. I've been doing it since I got here to YouTube. I've been yelled at. I've been called the devil just since I've been here on YouTube. Also before I got here. I know, it is what it is. But if you're going to trigger people, you do it. You got to do it. And so when I say Archangel Michael's going to slap your person silly, I mean that mean drunk at the end of the bar is just going to tell your person to fuck off. They're going to be faced with some kind of truth for all this shit, all this sadness and all this bullshit, this 5 of Swords, short-sighted thinking, not listening to their intuition. This is a very important message to take forward here because there's a lot of energy affecting the tail end of May. All right? And I think, and I said in the Friday reading, I think this is going to drive some forward movement. I do. I'm going to shuffle the deck right now. We're going to get 3 cards and a bottom card from the universe, and we'll see. I'll clarify anything I think needs clarifying. Give me a sneak peek of the week ahead, universe, with 3 cards and a bottom card. May 22nd through the 28th, 2022. I cannot believe it's already the end of May. It's unreal how fast summer crept up on us. All right? Let's see. I was just listening to Tom Petty's Last Dance with Mary Jane the other day. And he's got that line in there, I feel summer creeping in. And I'm tired of this town again. Yes, it's amazing. It feels like last summer was just a minute ago. Time's really flying. All right, here we go. I got my shuffle. I was stalling while I was shuffling. The bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. What we want, it's the affecting energy. It's the card that's crossing the center card I'm going to pull, and I will just give you the energy off the card because I don't read cards, I read energy, but here you go. Here's your pretty picture to represent it. What once wasn't wanted is being offered again, and this time they want it. Again, this connection is coming around. You see this person sitting here, right? They rejected this cup before. It's now flying back in. This person feels like they can do it. I've been telling you that. It's in the energy. They're feeling you. You're feeling them. But more importantly, they're the one who rejected you. They're the runner. So they're feeling you. They're feeling like it's here again. There's a chance. There's something. I think this time they take the opportunity, is what I think, for a good number of you. The Hermit, the Seven of Swords, I love this, and the Six of Wands. There it is. What did I say? We've been seeing the Six of Wands a lot. From pretty much every deck, we've been seeing it. This is a very interesting 3-card pull. Everything I told you about the Four of Cups, here it comes again. Here's this opportunity at this soulmate connection, because Archangel Michael turned to them, gave them the dirty, I've had too many shots of whiskey stare, and he looked like he's going to punch him. It's going to turn into a roadhouse fight in about five seconds. This person here is crossing the Seven of Swords, and look. It wanted to reveal itself. Crossing the Four of Cups is the Nine of Swords. This person, honest to God, all their bullshit there is coming to slap them in the face. This Hermit is inner wisdom. All right? This person is realizing it's a great big, sort of like what the Ace of Swords would be, an aha moment, an epiphany. It's a great big aha moment. And they feel like they can do it. They feel like they can come get it. They feel like they can. The problem is this. With this energy here, they feel like they can glaze over the bullshit that happened before. And I've told you this before for a lot of you. When this person shows up, they're going to want to pretend. They don't want to talk about what happened. Let's just start over. You have to talk about what happened. An adult conversation needs to happen here. And that's what they're fucking worried about. That's what this Nine of Swords is. Because they know to get this, yeah, the cup might be there again, but the surrounding energy is different. The core energy is the same. You still have this connection. But the surrounding energy is different now. Things have happened, right? Shit's happened. Stuff's gone down. And that said, they're not going to be able to glaze over it the way they want to. I will also tell you, this is in particular with the Rider-Waite deck. See this guy here, he's looking back. He's looking back at that. They never took their eyes off of this, even when they rejected it. That just kills me in this cycle. It's very common in this cycle. Anyway, they feel like they can do it, but they're going to want to glaze over some shit. Let's clarify the Hermit. Let's take a look at what's coming up from the depths for this person to look at. Let's see what the witches have to say here. Pairing the witches with the Rider-Waite is always fun. Why is the Hermit here? Tell me about the Hermit. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they let past being. I looked at the card under it. It's the Four of Swords crossing the Magician, crossing the Hermit. What's coming up is they looked at what they did here. They allowed stuff that they didn't heal from. It's all the truth coming up, basically. You know, you got a drunk Archangel Michael at the bar telling him everything. You son of a bitch. You know what you did. You know what you did. You know, yelling and screaming at them, basically. This person tried to make you disappear because you made them look at stuff. You made them see things they didn't want to see. Maybe you made them see what real love is. Maybe you made them see what shit they were living in on their side. Maybe you made them feel the way they felt when they got hurt once before, and it reminded them of that, so they ran. These are very common human nature things. You know, I'm not the amazing Kreskin here pulling that energy out of this. That's happened to everybody, soulmate or not. You know, you always run in on your first date to somebody who is going to take out what the other person did to them on you. I mean, it happens all the time. That's basically what happened here. And that's what they're being forced to look at, and that's what they want to glaze over. They want to just kind of sneaky deaky past it. The connection is coming back around. That's what this Four of Cups is telling me. Here's your chance. What are they going to do? I hope they come right, but I think you may need to smack them a little bit. Quite frankly, I think they're getting smacked by the universe anyway. What's on top of the Hermit? Seven of Swords. Look, Seven of Swords. Everything I just told you just got validated because our center card came out here from another deck on top of the Hermit. What is the Hermit? I asked the question to the universe, what's coming up from the depths? What's drunk Archangel Michael at the bar yelling at him about? This nonsense, the lies, the deception, the whatever, it's all coming up. It's everything. The how they treated you, what happened here, the fact that this person, and again with that magician there, this person thinks in order, because the hermit is red with the 6 of wands. These are red center, left, right. With that magician that was crossing there, oh, there it is, it's still there. With just that energy alone, okay, this person thinks they can just make it all disappear and come in and have victory. Well, I just get a second chance, because that's what happens in their life. The runners in this cycle, there's an exorbitant number of entitled fuckwits in the runners in this cycle. Your person might be one of them. I'm not saying they're a super fuckwit, but there definitely is some entitlement here, where this person seems to, where maybe throughout their whole life, that's just what happened. People let things slide. You know, oh, they're just being them, or oh, they're just being that, or whatever. Or maybe they were mommy and daddy's little prince or princess, right? Those people always grow up to be pricks. You know, they let it go to their head. They think the real world is like that. Everybody gets a trophy. No, everybody doesn't get a trophy in the real world, motherfucker. That's not how it works. The bottom line here is this person, again, thinks they can glaze over all the bullshit. But the bullshit, they know what they did. They know what they did. And they think they're going to take this cup. A big number of them are. I told you, here it is right here. There's them taking the cup. The Knight of Cups, center card. That's what's coming up. That they missed an opportunity here, and they're not going to let it slip away again. All right? But in effect, they are. If they come at you with 7 swords, they are. If they come at you as the magician energy, trying to, never mind what the right hand's doing, just take a look at the left hand, let's start over, right? No, that's not going to work. What's bookending this 7 swords? See? Fakey McFakerman, bookending the 7 swords. Again, backing up every fucking word I'm telling you. This is how I pull cards. I tell you what's going to come out, and I let the cards back me up. That's what I mean by I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. Right here, Fakey McFakerman, the queen of the cover story, male or female. It's red with the 7 of swords. I'm telling you, it's coming up from the depths. They are aware of this behavior in one layer of energy. What's coming up from the depths? They're aware that they've been full of shit. And they're aware that they've loved you the whole time. And they're aware they were an idiot for rejecting this the first time around. But in another layer of energy, because energy's always in layers, you peel it back like a fucking banana. And what you get here is you get somebody who thinks they can glaze over this. We have to add the magician energy to this. They think they can glaze over this. They think one of their cover stories will do the trick, and they'll have victory here. It's not gonna happen. I hope it doesn't happen that way, because that would mean you DFs didn't learn your lesson. Okay? And I think a lot of you did. I think a lot of you know you don't, at the very least, whether you've completely found your self-worth or not. I think a lot of you DFs know that at the very least you can't keep giving love when it's not coming back to you. Energy requires reciprocation to flow. Let's throw some science in it. Okay? Never mind the hocus pocus of archangel this and that. Energy requires reciprocation to flow. If you keep giving love to somebody who's just giving you back fakey McFakerman bullshit, the net result is despair on your side. It's lonely. You know, those are all the people sitting in lonely marriages. They sleep with someone every night right next to them. They live in their life with someone, and they're fucking lonely. Why? Because there's no flow. There's no energy flow there. Love flow, if you will. Let's pull on this 7 of Swords, because I got Fakey McFakerman bookending the 7 of Swords here in the Hermit. They're aware of this behavior. But I don't know what the universe is going to tell us here, but I'm going to pull on the 7 of Swords. All right, now I know it says 3 quick cards with me, right? All right, if you want to shut off the video, you can. I don't really care. I want to know. I don't know what the universe is going to tell me here about this. I don't know if it's going to tell me what the 7 of Swords represents in the center position, or if it's just going to repeat a message. Let's find out. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Okay. Why they do this out of fear? The Fool is crossing the 7 of Swords. It's a leap of faith. This person does this with everybody. They don't reveal a lot of themselves to people, and with you, they can, and they know they can reveal. They know they can be themselves around you. Is a cool way to phrase it, I guess, an easy way to put it. They behave in this 7 of Swords manner out of fear. The Fool is a leap of faith. Right? Now you might think, well, then that implies that the Fool has no fear. They're just neutral. They're just taking a leap of faith. Yeah, I suppose energetically, but a leap of faith, you know, it implies if it's something you think about too much, it's something you'll get too afraid to do it. So you just need to shut the brain down and go for it, right? That kind of thing. It is what it is. They do it out of fear. I mean, all I get off of this is fear, and with the Fool on top crossing it is the affecting energy. It backs it up. Yes, see? It's a tower, and it destroys their life. This person has no real friends, no real anything around them. The energies around them are nothing but superficial, and I've been telling you that for a long time. They're not right. They're not, because like energy attracts like energy. If you're a Seven of Swords or a fakey McFakerman person, right? The socialite card, if you will. If you're that kind of fluffy person, all you're going to attract are fluffy people. People with substance aren't going to want to hang out with you. Why? Because you're a fluffy prick. That's why. Nonsense. So that's all they attract. It could be all they married into if your person's married. Okay? It's very true. It destroys everything. All of this that's coming up from the depths in another layer of energy, and I'm just pulling on this coming week. Okay? I'm not a time lord. This coming week might be next week for a lot of you, or the week after. But putting the energy in here and hitting play on it and having it move forward, as this energy comes up from the depths, as all this behavior of theirs and true feelings with this Knight of Cups come up from the depths, it's tearing this person down. This right here, this tower, is Archangel Michael, that drunk angel at the bars, had too many shots, actually punching him in the face. That's why I said in the pre-shuffle, your person's going to get spanked this week. And it's probably going to cause a lot of forward movement in the coming, if not this week, the week after. They're definitely going to get spanked. And here's your spanking right here. Here's a tower right on top of that. What's the center card here? Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. Wishy-washy. What have I been telling you? What have I been telling you? In the core energy. Also, I just pulled a Mercury retrograde part 2 reading, where Mercury moves back into Taurus. Right? And I said the Taurus energy, the North Node in Taurus, the Mercury retrograde in Taurus, and the new core energy cycle we're in, anytime somebody, your person in particular, is wishy-washy, right? Wishy-washy, back and forth, they land in what? A tower. Yep. This tower is happening all because of wishy-washy behavior. Just like over here, this love, this cup of love is coming in under deception, but they're aware of the deception. They're going to be damn aware of the tower too. What's bookending the tower? See, when they get slapped, I said they come towards you. It's the Knight of Wands is bookending the tower. These two are read together. The tower happens because of wishy-washiness. The tower happens because this person is still inclined to behave this way. Can't do it. You can't take the 5 swords, run, and look back at the other 2. Make up your mind. Do you want the 5 swords, or do you want the 2 that's back in the camp? If you don't make up your fucking mind, back and forth, you end in a tower. That tower, though, is what's going to happen. Your person's going to get punched in the mouth by a drunk Archangel Michael this week, who's had way too many shots. And that's going to cause this tower to happen, and this is going to cause them to come right in. This is a brave, impulsive action. And why is that important? Because this is also a brave, impulsive action. It's a leap of faith, same kind of thing. And it's crossing this here. So now we find out why. All of this tells us why the Fool came across as the crossing card. Yeah, it sends them right to you. Your person, this week, to sum it up, in our little sneak peek of the week ahead, and we'll see it in tomorrow's weekly reading. It'll be told in different terms because we're going to spread it out more amongst 12 signs and do a whole exploded all signs reading on the table. But this week, your person's going to learn a lesson they'll never forget. All right? They are. They're going to learn that, yeah, this cup's coming in. You got another shot at this if you want it. The energy is there for it, is what this is saying. The energy is there. This little guy with the little hand, this little cloud with the little hand, right? That's the energy. It's like, okay, I'm bringing the cup. Here comes the soulmate connection. But they're going to learn the hard way that it's not just going to lay down for them. This is not a lay down. All right? It's not just an easy sail. Nope. They're going to have to fess up to some things, including that they had feelings here the whole time. They're going to have to be truthful. And I suspect that they're worried about that with that 9 of Swords. That's right there underneath that. That 9 of Swords right here. Crossing that 4 of Cups. They're worried that it's back. They're worried. Because there lies, there's many layers of energy here. On the one hand, it's like I told you, like energy attracts like energy. This behavior they do in their life. They do it to everybody, not just you. And all it does is attract more superficial, nonsense, lying-ass people. That's all it does. That's what they're surrounded by. You're real. So in order to get you, they have to be real. You have to see the real them. And I know that's a repeat message that keeps coming up in the energy, but it is what it is. If the message changed, it wouldn't be true, right? What do police look for when you tell them a story, when they call you in, right, to be interrogated? Hopefully that never happens to you. But if they do, what they do is they try to trip you up. They try to get you to tell them your story, and then they have you tell the story again. And they look for any changes. Because if it's the truth, it doesn't change. The truth is consistent. So this is how you know that these readings are accurate that I do here. Because the story remains the same, and you could see it in the cards. I might repeat myself and have said these things a million times, but the truth of the matter is, it's because it's the story. It's what's going on. This person does this deception shit all through their whole fucking life. They're surrounded by superficial energy, and it always lands them in a tower. And it's in this current energy, the universe itself is trying to get this person to change. You, the DF side of things, has gone through a lot of changes. We see it in the Twin Flame Journey readings, where you come up as a douche commercial talking to animals in the forest, for fuck's sake. You found your self-worth, you know about love, you know why you love. Yeah, you've grown a lot. The other side is still wishy-washy, and it's still landing them in towers, except this time the tower is going to bring them towards you. Because for some reason there's some urgency here. And they feel like if they don't do it now, it'll never get done. It's kind of a thing like that. But whatever the case, it's up to you what you do with this person when they show up. I want to see the Six of Wands. I'm just going to pull a crossing card on it and maybe one card on top. All right, I just want to see this here. How does victory happen here? But I'm going to ask the universe a specific question about it. I know that they think they could get victory because they're the king and queen of the cover story, and the cover stories always work, so they're just, whatever, fast talker, right, kind of a thing. No. But I want to know, how does victory happen here? Okay? That'll be advice for you, DFs, my viewers, which most of my viewers anyway. My channel attracts DFs because like energy attracts like energy. And that's what I am. So, in this particular cycle, anyway, that's what my energy is. So, let's see. That's why my channel's full of DFs, the non-runners. All right, let's see. Six of Wands. How does victory actually happen here? All right, never mind the other person. All right, I'm going to pull them both at the same time. What's crossing this is the Four of Wands, and the Death card, and the Nine of Swords. Everybody has, nines are the end in tarot. I'm going to talk about this first. Nines are the end in tarot. Tens are the end and dead end that lead to a new beginning. Nines are the end. This is the end of worrying. The end of pacing the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. The universe is saying, I asked, how does victory happen here? Victory happens here if everybody gets out of their fucking head. Everybody stops worrying about both sides. Okay? Make sure, I tell you, because you're listening, make sure you know what you want from this person. Okay? I know, again, I'm repeating myself. But the story doesn't change. The energy is what it is. I don't change the energy. And I can tell you, make sure you know what you want from this person. How victory happens here is if both sides stops worrying about what might happen and starts finding out what will happen. We need some stability here. We need some, what the kids used to call real talk, right? Real talk. That's what we need. We need this person to come in and get real. And we need you to know what you want from them. And you do that and we get transformation, all right? We get transformation from what is now toxic, the devil. The devil's right there. We need to shine a light on what happened here. That's the devil getting the light shined in. That's angel energy, that light. It's shining a light on the dark devil energy here. And stuff that both sides haven't wanted to look at here. Okay? Haven't wanted, some of it you've looked at, yes. But both sides are guilty on some level of not wanting to look at everything that's bad here. You have hope that, well, they're just going to come in and we'll be together. No, you don't want this person if they're still in this Seven of Swords and this devil energy. You don't want this person if they're like that. Why? Why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody? You're a different energy than that. Like energy attracts like energy. You're going to repel each other if they show up in this Seven of Swords, because that's not you. You're not that. You often reflect as Empress or Queen of Pentacles or something along those lines. They're fakey McFakerman. this asshole on the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Swords here and hiding the love, worried all night and all that kind of stuff. How the hell are you going to be in a relationship with that? It's not the same energy. They're not on your frequency. They're a lower vibration than you, as the kids might say. All right. That being said, so we've got to look at it. An adult conversation happens here. The only way victory happens is if there's an adult conversation. This is a card of marriage. Marriage is for grown-ups. It's not for little children, right? It's about stability. Stability only comes when we put this down, when we stop this nonsense, telling ourselves nonsense, worried about what might happen, and start finding out what will happen, and that's when transformation comes. I can't wait to pull the weekly reading tomorrow based on this. I cannot wait. Okay? This energy is unreal. This card tells the story, though. Again, it's a second Nine of Swords. See? This is what the problem is. This is what your person, this is mostly on your person's side, this Nine Swords, this one that needs to be put down. As long as you know what you want and what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept, you've done your part. You're not wishy-washy at all. You've made a decision. So you're not going to land in any towers. You'll be fine. It's your person's side mostly, the runner's side, that's in this Nine Swords bullshit. And this card tells the story. It tells it really nicely. Because I know you're picking up on this energy. All of you are. You have to be. It's right on the surface. I could touch it. I feel like I could touch the energy, like scoop it up like water. I got a handful of the energy of this connection. It's right. It's right here. It's right in front of both of you. Okay? I know there's only one person on the card. That's your runner there. There's their picture getting all zen and shit. But it's right there. All they got to do is reach out and grab it. But it comes with a catch. It's got to be honest. If it's not honest, again, you don't want them in this energy. You're not missing anything anyway. Just make sure you pull your lessons out of it. I think we'll find out. I mean, we'll find out if they're going to change. We'll find out in the weekly reading tomorrow. We'll find out if they're going to show up under this Seven of Swords or not. The universe says they might. That's the answer here. They might. If they can stop this shit. If they're willing to look at this shit and not, because it shows me here they want to ignore it. They want to glaze over it. Right? This devil stuff. You don't want to look at that. Even though the light's shining on the devil, I'm just going to glaze over it. I'll just go in and tell them something. I don't know, whatever. Nope. It's not going to work. It's going to land them in a tower if they do it to themselves. It's going to land them in a tower when they come to see you. They'll be surprised by your reaction, won't they? Oh, my goodness. Because you're not going to stand for it. They have to put these Nine Swords down. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right? I do. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. And stay tuned. Tomorrow, weekly reading is going to be very interesting. It really is. I don't know. This is some pretty wild energy. It's pretty cool shit. All right. That's your reading. Good luck.